Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Weekends here on AM 1170. The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with the Whissel Realty Group. Also joined by Jason Hall with Team Home Loans. Jason, we got Father's Day tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what? So to you, happy Father's Day.
To you as well.
And to Pops, who is Mr. Whissel, we always refer to as Pops. Happy Father's Day, Pops. And to each one of you fathers, happy Father's Day to each one of you. And you know, if your father's still alive, both my fathers have passed on, but my father-in-law, really, I always call him Dad. I will definitely be calling him tomorrow and wishing him a happy Father's Day, and that he unfortunately lost to us in the fantasy football. And that's our thing. Me, Kyle, and Papa Joe are really close on fantasy football. But, yeah, it is a great time. And so make sure, you guys, even if you have to put it in your calendar right now, to call your dad in the morning, maybe take him to church. Just let them know that you love him, been thinking about him. And I think that's as fathers, you know, that's what we want to do. You know, it was my birthday this week, and my daughter posted a lovely post of some old pictures that people go, who's that? And she's like, that's Jason. You know, that's what I looked like, 27 years ago, right, when she was born. And it's amazing, the feeling that you get when your daughter or son, does a nice post, makes a nice call. And it does mean something. So do that for your fathers right now. Put it on your calendar. Maybe put a post together. You can post it. Nowadays you can actually probably say what time to post, right, Kyle? I'm sure you could probably do that.
You can.
So there you go. So there's no excuses. You guys could do the post right now on Saturday afternoon as you're wrapping up listening to the show, and you could have that hit at 12:01. You could have it hit at 6:01, whatever time you're thinking about. But is this going to be your third Father's Day? Right?
Yeah, this will.
Yeah.
It's interesting now because now once you have a kid, you've got your dad, some people, for me, my dad's still around, but then I am a dad. So it's like, you got to balance that. So you got to find something that you and your dad like to do, but then at the same time, I want to spend time with my daughter. So trying to mesh all of that together is do something I want to do, but do something my dad wants to do.
Welcome to adulthood,
yeah,
Kyle.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to juggle this. And so I hit Pops up, and I'm like, golf tends to be our thing. And I'm like, hey, Pops, we're going to get out and do some golf on Father's Day. Well, I'm golfing Saturday. I'm golfing Tuesday. I don't know if I want to golf on Sunday. I'm like, oh, man, well, that's what we always do. Like, now I got to come up with something new. And he's like, let's go sailing. Like,
yeah, you told me that the other night.
I was like, we could go sailing. That's cool. And I was like, do you want to actually do the work, or do you want to just hang out on a boat? And he's like, I was thinking we can get a Hobie cat. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? You're like 80 years old. You wouldn't do a Hobie cat. That's one of those things where it's got two kind of pontoon style things, and then it's a
big boat.
Fabric that goes across the middle.
You have to run across
and there's
the side.
A post that goes up with the sail, and this thing you get up on like one side, and it's pretty gnarly.
Your dad weighs like 100 pounds. Like, how's he going to control those things?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, Bob's like, if it were up to me, let's get on a sailboat. If I feel like turning the cranks a couple times, I will. But let's get on a sailboat, get a 12-pack, and let's just have some fun. And he's out here like, I want to run a Hobie cat.
Your dad's wonderful. I'll tell you,
he won't ever stop, man.
I've got my boat, cleaned up. The shop's wrapping up a few things. I'm going to pick it up here today. I'd love to have you and your dad come out. And you want to bring out the family. I'd love to take you guys out, maybe to Mission Bay, tool around.
That might be safer.
Stuff. It might be
safer.
safer.
I don't want Pops getting hurt.
And he can bring out some of his stuff that he enjoys. We'll tow him behind. And I'm sure his granddaughter will love to see him, on what is that he calls? What's that?
The sky ski.
Yeah, the sky ski. Now, explain what a sky ski is.
I don't know how the hell to explain that over the radio. It's
like a seat. It's a seat on a ski.
It's a seat on a ski, and then there's a post that goes down and what's referred to as a foil or hydrofoil on the bottom of that. So you're riding, and you can lift up out of the seat, 6-7 feet off the water, just riding on this little piece of metal that's cutting through the water. It's great, though, for somebody his age because it's a low impact.
Right.
Trying to wakeboard or do a single ski.
Tough on your legs, your body.
Tough. That's a lot of work. It kicks my butt. So I can only imagine somebody your age or his age.
Yeah. Especially my size, 230-something pounds. My boat barely pulls me out, man. I if I had the strength, I could, get up more. I literally get one or two chances, and if I don't get up right away, I'm
on
out,
wakeboarding.
Yeah.
It's like punching.
So hard.
It's actually harder when you miss than when you actually
totally
accomplish
agree.
it. Yeah.
It's not a sky seat; it's an air chair.
Well, it's a brand.
Oh,
so
okay.
there's brands like jet ski is actually not. Jet ski's a brand.
Yeah,
It's actually
Kawasaki
called a
Edge,
personal watercraft, but people
Right.
refer to it as a jet ski. So there's a sky ski is either the name of it or it's the brand. One, I don't know. You can Google that one for us. But yeah, Pops, he wants
Yeah.
to get out and get wet and
So let's
get
do
crazy.
that.
So maybe we could do that. That might be safer because I sold my boat.
I know you sold your boat.
But if your
And,
boat's running,
my
are you sure
boat's-
it's going to be done and ready?
Well, they told me it's
'Cause
going to
this
be
is the
done after
busy
the
time
show.
of year.
I said, I finished my show Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. You're going to have my boat ready. I want to take it out tomorrow on Father's Day. They promised me it's going to be ready, Kyle. So I will confirm with you with a text tonight. But I'd love to have you and Pops and your families out with, my wife and kids, as you know them really well. We'd love to get out there on Mission Bay. And after church, we can even do before church. I could literally do. I love doing a 6 a.m. run. There's nobody out there at 6 a.m. I usually get back in about 7:30, 8, and as we're trailering out, people go, "Something wrong with your boat?" We go, "No, everybody's already done their runs. We're off to school, but we'll be off to church, and we can come back afterwards and do a nice afternoon, evening run as well."
We'll talk to the old man. We'll see
Okay.
if he's into that. I feel like that's a lot safer option than a Hobie cat getting up on
I would
on
totally
one
agree.
side. And just for perspective, Pops actually was dead at one point in his life from a Hobie cat, and it hit a power line, and he got electrocuted and was completely out. And somebody gave him CPR to bring him back.
And he wants to get
Crazy
back
that
on
he
there.
wants to go back out there and do something
Your
like
dad's
that.
amazing. He's
Like he was literally
He's a
Flatlined.
100% disabled vet. He loves to do different things. Your dad is an amazing person who I know in the 70s and early 80s, he was the top real estate agent here in San Diego. And I know he's super proud as I talk to him that his son, now runs the #1 real estate team in San Diego. And I know it's a whole different business, but he's very proud of you, Kyle. And I know that's something that you guys share. And, when people say, "Oh, well, Kyle got business from his dad," I say, he didn't get no business from his dad. His dad's never gave me business. But what he did is he's got an education. Since you could walk, you've been learning real estate. And because of your photographic memory, you've retained a lot of good things and a lot of things not to do and a lot of things to do. You've seen your dad's mistakes, his clients' mistakes, their wins, his wins, and you've duplicated that for your clients and for yourself. And you run an amazing team and an amazing real estate portfolio that you personally have. And you help tons of clients become super successful. And they're people who only make 50, 80 grand a year, but because they listen, they did action, they made a step and actually pulled the trigger on some real estate. Now they own 4 or 5 properties, and they have you take care of everything. And thank you. So I just want to say thank you again for all you've done for me, my family, my clients, and it's been great having not only the show for the last 4 years, but 18, 19 years as close friends. We've seen a lot of stuff done, my brother. We've done a lot.
Well, thank you for giving us an option to not get Pops killed on a Hobie cat tomorrow. Thanks for giving us a much, much safer option. It was getting rid of a boat was tough. I had a boat for so long and letting it go.
They say your happiest day is the day you buy a boat. Your second happiest day is the day you sell the boat.
I don't think so. I cried a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I might have shed a tear because there's so many good memories.
Well, you'll buy another one when Nixon's a little bit older and you guys get a chance to go out to the lakes and do some stuff, maybe at the river, maybe even at the bay where I go. I think you guys will be out one, but a lot of people are now renting boats. There's places out there you can belong to a club for like $300 a month, which is cheaper than most boat payments, and they 100% take care of everything.
You just show up.
You show up
and ride,
and literally you just pay for the fuel you use, and it's all insured. It's all taken care of. These guys will even deliver the boat to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. So that's something to look at if you're thinking about being a boat owner. It might be cheaper to be in one of these clubs, and you can get in and out anytime.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Because I know being able to go on somebody else's boat, you're like, oh, cool. I could just show up there with a case of beer and some ice, and we're off. To not
It's much easier. You're not preparing it,
to
right?
do all of that prep work. Oh boy, I don't miss that of having to, clean the boat and make sure it's gassed up and make sure it's cleaned out and to load up all the supplies. I mean, oh my goodness, I don't miss that. So I appreciate you offering to do all that. For us.
No, we love to do it. I actually enjoy doing it, and when the kids were in junior high school, we were out there all the time during the summer, and it had the high school football team, the girls softball team on the boat. But now that they're older, my boat only gets out 3 or 4 times a year, and so I don't mind doing it. But we used to get out like 100 times a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm ready to go. My boat used to be brand new. It was 2005. I remember buying like it was yesterday. To me, 2005 seems like yesterday, and here we are in 2018. So this is my 14th season with this boat, and I've been looking online at some of these boats. Oh my gosh, some of the new Yamaha and some of the new
They're
Chaparrals.
expensive.
Well, they're all expensive, right? Because like house
boat prices
expensive.
have gone up though. Because I sold my boat for almost what I paid for it after like 10 years.
And you had a nice boat. What boat was yours?
It was a Sanger.
Sanger.
Been around for a long time. But yeah, that same boat that I originally paid $40,000 for my boat.
Brand new.
That same boat today costs $50,000.
Wow.
Same options and everything in general. Just the cost of building boats has gone up, and
well, everything has cost has gone up, right?
Yeah.
And that's a lot. That's a lot to do with our taxes, our requirements from the federal to the state levels, which is why companies keep moving overseas, which is why Trump's been trying to bring people back and give incentives. And that's why he wants to put tariffs, because if we don't, make people pay some penalty for, producing all their product outside of the United States, but sell 90% of it here, we're foolish, right? That tariff is actually going to make them push money back. And even if they want to keep it out there, those tariffs are actually going to go as tax revenue for the United States. So that's money that we can keep and actually take care of those that really need to be taken care of.
So we got 2 minutes left, Jason, but I've got to hear your opinion on Trump and North Korea and meeting Kim Jong-un. I've got to get your opinion. We can't finish the show without your opinion.
You know what? My head's been down. I literally have seen very little on it. I know they said there's some stuff going on that, Mr. Kim said something after he left. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't have an opinion right now because I really haven't paid attention. So you tell me. My head's been down, man. I've been doing loans. I've been at masterminds, presidents clubs. I've been blessed the last 10 days, so I just haven't had a chance to see much of anything.
I think it's just amazing that it happened, that they've met, like, regardless of
when's the last
else.
This hasn't happened, like Todd probably knows. This already hasn't happened in 50 years.
I don't know when it was the last time they met
a setting president setting with is North Korea or South Korea?
North Korea.
Yeah, this hasn't happened in years. I mean, like 6, 7, 8 presidents ago.
The thing that I liked was, he went in there, he negotiated for 25 hours straight. And, he just went in there, and a lot of people were worried about him with his lack of foreign, knowledge or whatnot.
Policy,
but he went there as a businessman and kind of just, negotiated and kind of got everything he wanted.
Yeah, it's
see if North Korea will follow through. That's the question.
Right. They might just finally gave up and said, yeah, whatever you want, Mr. Trump or President Trump.
It's just, to me, it's cool to see the connection happen. Obviously the results will hopefully follow, but just to see that they actually got those two crazy guys in a room together.
And they're both unique and crazy.
Yeah. You can say unique. We'll just call a spade a spade. They're crazy. But that might be why Kim Jong-un was willing to meet with him. He's like, oh, this guy's as crazy as me. Like, we should be friends. I don't know, but it's cool to see that happen. We're going to close the show out, guys, but we appreciate you tuning in, listening. If there's anything we can do to help you financially related, buying or selling a home, you need some help with refinancing, you need some tax help, we'll get you connected with Peter Ruttman, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Whissel Weekends, AM 1170, The Answer.